Hey, what's going on, guys? It's another episode of Light Sports Breakdown. I would say some pretty big news in the NFL happened today, uh, in particular, one specific fan base. According to Mike Fisher of 105.3, the Fan and Cowboys Maven, Dak Prescott has been offered a 5-year contract in the range of 175 mil with 35 mil per year. According to Dak and his peers, they would prefer something in the range of a 4-year deal at the same average salary, or to keep the 5-year deal, but in the fifth year he wants 45 million. And the reason why he prefers a 4-year or the increased salary in the last year of the 5-year deal is because in 2023 it is expected that the NFL salary cap will increase due to the whole television deal that they have with all the sponsors and everything. So the salary cap will increase exponentially, and Dak could get the super max after his quote unquote current deal if he does decide to get a 4-year deal instead of a 5-year deal. And the Cowboys would prefer not to pay Dak the super max in 2023 and would rather have him until 2024, but that would presumably cost them because he wants 45 mil in the last year of his contract. Uh, it's really big news because in March, Dak was franchise tagged by the Dallas Cowboys. So it kind of resulted in this whole saga of if Jerry Jones will actually pay Dak, why hasn't he paid him? And there was rumors that Dak wasn't going to play during the season or go to the voluntary workouts or the mandatory training camp. And it's just this whole thing about that he wants to get his money. It's rumored that he wants to be paid the highest paid quarterback, like Russell Wilson, who has 35 mil per year, Big Ben, who has 34 per year, and Jared Goff and Aaron Rodgers, who have 33.5 mil, and Carson Wentz, who is averaging at 32 mil per year. I think Dak should definitely get paid, but I don't think he deserves to be the highest paid quarterback. I mean, stats wise, throughout his career, he definitely has an argument there. He had he has a 40-24 record as a starter. He had 4,902 passing yards and 30 touchdowns in 2019. Those are pretty good stats. But my main argument for why I don't think he deserves to be the highest paid quarterback is because, unlike those previous names, excluding Jared Goff, because he made it to the Super Bowl that one year for the Rams, and last year the Rams didn't even make the playoffs. And they also hurt their team by letting go of Todd Gurley and misusing him in regards to him being the workhorse and no one knowing if he's healthy or not now. Excluding that, Russell Wilson is a stud. He has proven that he won playoff games. He won the Super Bowl in his second year in the league. Big Ben, he has 2 Super Bowl wins. He can pass the ball, and he's just been a really good quarterback throughout his career, and he's proven that he can win playoff games and he can win and lead his team to a Super Bowl win. Like I said, Jared Goff that one year, Aaron Rodgers, he's a bad man. He is definitely worth his contract. He is a special talent, just the way he can manipulate the defense and just tear them apart. And obviously, everyone knows of his Hail Marys that he's capable of doing, escaping the pocket and then just deflating the whole opposing stadium after they get the game-winning touchdown. It's just unbelievable what this man can do. And in regards to Carson Wentz, he had an MVP type season before he tore his ACL. And the same year, the Eagles ended up winning the Super Bowl with Nick Foles against the New England Patriots. And Wentz has kind of, in essence, struggled since then. He's still a very good quarterback, but no one really knows if he can be the man and lead them to the Super Bowl. Obviously, during the regular season, he had amazing games, and obviously he was he was in the MVP discussion, but he's not the one that played and won the Super Bowl. So it's still unforeseen if Carson Wentz can lead this team to a Super Bowl and as well as play in that Super Bowl and get the win for his team. So unlike those quarterbacks, Dak he's only he's 1-2. Well, he's 1-3. No, actually 1-2. He's 1-2 because he's only played in three not Super Bowl games, playoff games, and he's only won one of them. And the 1 year the Cowboys were the first in the division, they had a first round bye, and then they lost to the Green Bay Packers. Obviously, there's some controversy to that specific year because of the whole, did Dez Bryant catch the ball? Did it hit the ground? And that led to a bunch of other things. But Dak hasn't proven that he can win when it matters most. And the Cowboys have had a very stacked team, in my opinion, for the past couple of years, and they still haven't been able to end their their Super Bowl drought, because they haven't been to the Super Bowl in a very long time. And another reason why I don't think he should get paid a lot is because I feel like the biggest mistakes that NFL owners make is that once they pay their quarterback, the wealth kind of doesn't spread to other positions. Like the safety position, the running back position, and the wide receivers seem to be more of a tangible position, and once the quarterback gets paid, there's not enough wealth to go around. I mean, it mainly depends on the owners and how much they're willing to spend for their team, but then once the quarterback is paid, he tends to get comfortable with his contract and doesn't perform, and because he's already secured the bag, so they could win like 2 games and he'd be okay with it. Not really okay with it, I guess, depending on how competitive he is, but he's already got his. And I'm not trying to say that every quarterback is like that. I'm just saying that, in my opinion, based off what I've seen from past quarterbacks after they get paid, that tends to be what happens. And quarterbacks like Drew Brees and Tom Brady in the past, when he was with the Patriots, they both had taken pay cuts for the betterment of the team, so that there's enough salary to go around so they can go out and get free agents and get help so that the team as a whole can get better. I mean, the Cowboys, they have a really good team. If Dak gets paid, they already have an established team, but then once a couple of key players head into free agency, then what? They're not going to be able to get paid. The team's not going to be the same. They're going to have a very small window to win, and I just don't think that Dak, he based on his stats, he deserves to get paid, but at the current salary that Mike Fisher just said in regards to the 5-year deal worth $175 million, I don't think Dak is worth that. I don't think he is better than a lot of those quarterbacks on the list that I just said, and I don't feel like it would be beneficial for the Cowboys to get that deal, but also it has to get resolved, otherwise this could go on forever. So I just don't agree with it. I don't think Dak deserves that kind of money. He deserves to get paid, but in a lower tier. Maybe around Carson Wentz kind of money, but not the highest paid quarterback. That's my opinion, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. A little bit long of the video, so I apologize for that. But thank you for watching, and I appreciate you guys every day. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful week.